Prepare to bask in unprecedented glory, because today I'm going to be revealing what transpired as a result of my computer's time and date being configured incorrectly. So what was the calamity that took place? How did it unfold, you may ask? Well, let me just demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Unfortunately, to my dismay, my computer's time and date was set incorrectly, and I made the asinine, arbitrary assumption that it was set correctly. So, in other words, it was set a day forward. On January 9th, I presumed it was January 10th, based off my computer's clock. Now, I had a scheduled event that was supposed to take place on the 10th, and I foolishly drove there. I went to play dodgeball, and what was the outcome? I didn't recognize anyone. No one who I knew was there. And I drove for a copious amount of time, so I was agitated, infuriated, and irritated about that. I depleted, I wasted, I exhausted, I relinquished my sacrosanct time for the prospect of playing this free dodgeball game. Now, there were people playing dodgeball there, but they were a part of another league, and since they were all wearing uniforms, I presume that they had to pay an exorbitant amount of money to play in that league. So, unfortunately, I was barred from playing because I wasn't a member of the league, and it was not a free game, it was a ranked match. So, I had to resort to driving back home. Now, the league likely featured gay players. Now, why do I say this? Why am I making this claim? Why am I making this assumption? The league was called, well, I'm not going to disclose the name of the league, but it had the word gay in it. So, that may be a conspicuous inkling that the league is comprised of gay players, to say the least. So, the free game commences tomorrow, but by the time you're watching this video, then January 10th would have likely already elapsed, and the context of this video may not be relevant to you post January 10th, unless you're intrigued by what I have to say and unless you're interested in the story. So I do resort to going back home. So I wasted my time driving somewhere and rage quitting because my computer's time and date was off, and the time and date are incorrectly set. If they're misconfigured, then it can muck up your whole schedule. So just be diligent about making sure that your computer's time and date are correct. My computer is shoddy, it's breaking down, it's antiquated, the components are defective, and it's almost 6 years old, so I don't anticipate it to last much longer, but hopefully this issue will not repeat itself. For the future, I'm checking the time and date online and not relying upon my computer's internal clock to guide me. So, it just sucks that I wasted an hour of my time in the car. I detest being relegated to a car. I detest being caught in traffic. The roads are overclogged, and I also resent and disdain being stuck behind stop signs. So, what a shame and what a pity. Woe was me, but I'm just going to move on, accept the fact that I lost an hour of work. I'm going to accept the fact that my car is further depreciated, and I'm going to accept the fact that I depleted valuable gas by driving to and from a location which was not hosting a free dodgeball game on January 9th, but it is what it is. I'll just move on with my finite life and harp on something else other than how I wasted an hour of my life driving in a car, being exposed to diesel fumes as a result of being on the interstate for a prolonged period of time in a car. So, I hope that you found this video to be fascinating and enthralling. I'm sorry if it was a bit vapid, but there's not much more to that. I was barred from playing. I had the incorrect date and time, and I spent an hour in the car. That was a repercussion of my own blunder. So, make sure you don't succumb to the same ramifications. Make sure that you always know the correct time, down to the picosecond. I hope that you found this video to be fascinating and engrossing. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.